So when you painted something on the car, where you blended the high coat, go over it with 2000 grit, so that you later don't see, you know. Here you can see I blended over, and I didn't grind with 2000 grit. You will see this later. But in this area I already grinded. As you can see, you don't see the overblend. So as you can see, after polishing, you don't see any color change. So exactly where I overblended the high glossy coat, there was some paint runner, and I will show you how to remove it. You need this tool. It's a paint cutter. I will put a link in the description. So as you can see, the runner and the paint is away. Now I will grind this with a 2000 grit, and then we can polish it. Another thing where you really decently can use this tool is if you had some gluing paper and your clear coat got to this place. Well, it's not nice, but what you want to remove, you can take this, put it right over there, but carefully grind it down. At least better two-thirds on the new paint, 1/3 on the old paint. So the rest you can grind with 2000 grit, and I think this is pretty easy to see. As you can see, almost gone. I think I need 1 or 2 more steps with a 2000 grit, and then it's really not seeable anymore. As you can see, almost everything is gone. If you have a Jaguar E-Type or a Porsche, whatever, you can do this job longer. but when I polish the car you will not see it anymore, or almost don't see it anymore. So for the Seattle Rosa, good enough. You can also use this tool when you got some dirt in the paint, or in my case, I got some newspaper in my paint because it got wet somehow. It looks a little bit rough maybe, guys, but it's the same as grinding. Only that we have a plain situation, that we only cut the things which are higher than the rest. And I can grind it with a 2000 grit and then it's gone. Pretty easy. Even when this is a fast paint job for a cheap car, all these tips you can also use on a better car. So as you see, I have some orange skin in the high gloss. I think this is classical when you paint in your own garage. I'll move the camera a little bit so you can see what I mean. The surface is not very smooth. If you have this case, just take a 2000 grit and grind the whole space until it matches the rest of the car. Remember, some OEM factory paints also may have some orange skin, so if they have a light orange skin and yours is stronger, just take away the rough parts and try to match the OEM style. As you can see, the orange skin is gone, pretty easy. Left on some minor parts where I need to grind again. Maybe you can see. Difficult on the camera, but that's not a hard job. And it makes the paint look so much better. Do you remember how it looked like before we started? Before we did the paint job? And you see the clear edge, means. Also grind a new painted bumper with a 2000 grit, at least in the top. The most important parts are the parts you can see on the top and maybe the first two lines. The rest underneath, it's not that worthy because you don't see it when you stand in front of the car. If you also painted smaller parts which you want to attach to the car, for example like this one, if you need to grind them because there's a little bit dust in it or a little bit orange skin, whatever, do the grinding before you install it. Polish you can when it's installed, but not grinding because of the edges. Remember, when you polish, cover the black parts, black plastic parts, because they will lose color when you polish them. So if your rear lights are not shiny anymore, you also can use the polish you use to renew the old paint. You see, this is not polished. This one I just polished, you see, like new, nice and shiny.